Hello and welcome to Parents Guide for OneNote. In this video, we will be highlighting notebooks, content library, collaboration space, inking and typing, screen clipping, and syncing. So let's get started. As your student will most likely have several notebooks, they can access them on this left side menu. Simply click the down button and they all appear. If you would like this menu to stay present, you may pin it and it will appropriately adjust to the left-hand side. Now let's move on to the content library. The content library is where the teachers will store their handouts and anything else, other material, lessons or notes that they would like the student to have. Now note, students cannot edit in this space. They cannot type or ink. But if they would like to move a page into their own notebook, it is very simple. Simply select the page, right-click, and copy. Now let's move on to their specific notebooks. Your student's name will appear at the top of the notebook. Then they choose the appropriate tab, right-click again, and paste, and voila, now they can type and edit to their heart's content. That is the content library and students' own specific notebooks. Let's go back to the other major section, the collaboration space. This area is great for group projects because multiple students can edit it at the same time. This takes out a lot of the messy work for group projects. Now, as you can see, I have been inking on the OneNote, but I can also type in any font or size. I can adjust the text box as needed. And it's very editable. You can insert shapes, you can draw with touch. There's a lot of different options. A very handy option is inserting a screen clipping. As soon as you click this button, it will gray out. You select the image you want and it'll appear wherever your cursor has been placed. Very handy for inserting pictures of web pages or any current work that has been done. And finally, let's not forget about syncing. As you can see here on the left-hand side, these green circles mean the notebooks are currently syncing right now. With no icon, the notebook has already been synced and is ready to go. If there is a red X or a yellow caution sign, that means you may need to force sync it. You can do that by going up to the file, click View Sync Status, and either sync all of the notebooks or sync individually the ones that need to be taken care of.
Now, what if your student does not have access to their OneNote, say they left their tablet at school or it is temporarily malfunctioning? Well, you can still have access to OneNote through any computer with internet access. All you have to do is a couple of steps. First is open up any browser, Chrome, Edge, Explorer, it'll all work, and you're gonna go to login.microsoft.com. Really, even if you Google login Office 365, Microsoft, this will come up. So first thing the student is going to do is type in their school email, which is first name, last name @sachristian.org. As soon as they hit enter, they're going to redirect you to a separate sign-in page. Notice the password was not inputted. Sometimes it may be already connected. If not, a gray box will appear. They will type in their first name, last name, and then their school password, and then it will continue to log them in. So remember, that was first name, last name @sachristian.org plus their school password. Once they are successfully logged in, this is the menu that will appear. Thankfully, we get to ignore most of this. Next, all you have to do is come up to the top left up here, click on the icons box, and you'll get a new menu of icons. For our purpose of the video today is we only want OneNote, even though you can see there's a lot more options out there. So select OneNote, and as it opens, it's giving you a list of all the most recent notebooks you've used. As you can see, I use a lot of them. Your student will also most likely have quite a few notebooks listed. Simply choose the notebook they want, whether it's science, history, math, whichever they need, and go ahead and open that one up. And now we have opened up OneNote Online. It has the exact same content. Everything will sync with their OneNote on their tablet. The only difference is you cannot ink on OneNote Online, which means you can use your stylus as a pointer and clicker, but you cannot draw on it. But for most assignments, that's really not necessary. And if it is necessary, the student just writes a note on the top of their assignment to the teacher, and when the teacher opens up the assignment, they'll see it, and usually grace is given. All right, so let's look at, for example, let's pick on Charles here. Now, the students would not see all the other students. They would simply see their units. Let's pick on the most recent project. And as you can see here, everything is open and available. This is, the student can still write and type as normal, and it would appear on his OneNote. Also, they can see any markings that I've made. It's still touchscreen friendly. Again, the only thing they cannot do is to actually draw on it. Other than that, it is the same as using OneNote on their tablet. All right, and that ends our tutorial for OneNote. Thank you for listening.